Welcome to Ask China. I'm Marco from CGTN Digital. From last year on, the U.S. and China, world's number one and number two economies, have stood toe-to-toe. Their back-and-forth trade war rocks the entire world. At the forefront, Mr. Soybeans. One tiny soybean dealt a blow to U.S. agricultural sectors. According to American Farm Bureau, total American agricultural exports to China dropped from $24 billion in 2014 to $9.1 billion in 2018, while the first half of 2019 could appear likely with exports down $1.3 billion. Some comments on CGTN's Facebook say, agriculture should not be the victim. It will be the biggest loss for USA economy. China has more alternatives than the US. After the 12th round of China-US trade consultations in Shanghai in July, the US once again decided to impose new tariffs on $300 billion worth of Chinese goods, while China also hit back with additional tariffs. Recently, some easing of the trade tensions have occurred between the two countries. Both sides have started exempted some products from additional tariffs. In fact, tariff is not a matter just between the US and China, but has had an influence on the global market. Some other countries are also caught up in the middle. Let's listen to what the people have to say about this around the world.
Well, it'll cost American consumers more money to pay for goods that are built in China.
Yeah, I think trade war definitely will impact, especially for us Singaporeans, because we are trading hub, right?
Well, nonetheless, I believe that people perhaps have their way to tackle the economic difficulties in their daily life. We went to Guangdong province, where the Pearl River Delta is one of the country's most vibrant economy regions, to have a conversation with a Chinese entrepreneur.
我叫李若丹，一开始从事那个出口贸易，从出口陶瓷到一些箱包之类的。2002年开始，机缘巧合呢，就开始了另外一个板块，就做红木家具。现在大家最热的一个话题就是中美贸易战。那他怎么样？他就采取了一个，其实我认为是一个最粗暴也最没有技术含量的手段，就提高了关税。那工厂以前的利润维持在什么样的叫合理呢？就是12%到17%，就是工厂的一个利润。那你提高15%，那你还赚什么钱呢？你一定要踏上时代的步伐，你不断的去更新你自己，要不就是跳到别的行业去，要不你就在你自己的这个本行里面，你做一个产品的升级。
So, where are the two countries heading to? We have collected some questions from our social media platforms to ask Einar Tenjin, the political and economic affairs commentator, about the U.S.-China trade frictions.
When you talk about American attitudes, you really have to differentiate it between the public, which is now more aware of Huawei than it ever was before because of Donald Trump, and the administration, which is intent pretty much on creating a trade technological Cold War. It's a question of what changes they'll be forced to make, especially come this Christmas time when American shoppers and even some Chinese shoppers, due to the tariffs, will be looking at less money to spend on their holiday advances. Now, obviously in China, Christmas is not as big a deal, but come the New Year's, they will feel the same pain. So this is a no-win situation. But at this juncture in time, if you start looking at raw information is telling you, it appears that China is weathering the storm better than the US. Across the US, their manufacturing is down for the third straight month. You have investment down again. So all the trends out there are pointing towards a very, very difficult situation for the US.
Hope this gives you the information you need. If you have more questions, do leave a comment, share, like, follow Ask China. I'll see you in the next episode.